I've got a couple of my Walther P22s here. Say what you will about them, they're a fantastic pistol. I have thousands of rounds through both of these with nary a problem. Well, with one exception. Went to clean today and couldn't remove my barrel. It wouldn't come out, it was just stuck. Whereas here, see, the barrel should just slide right on out. And the problem lies in this piece that goes around the barrel. You see how there's that little notch there on the bottom side? That engages a little notch right there. So that when this is installed, you remember this goes around the barrel, this then turns and locks in place and it won't rotate. See, if we don't have it in position, we rotate it and it locks into place. The problem with this one is that the metal here that normally engages that metal in the black pistol has been deformed. Instead of riding there in front, it's actually now been lifted up, and that is rubbing the barrel when it's installed and preventing me from removing the barrel. Let's see if we can get a look in there. Maybe so, but you can see that metal is not in the front, it's instead been moved up. And that's keeping this barrel from tilting enough to slide out. So it won't slide out. And I believe that when this barrel is installed, that metal that's been displaced, I believe it is also probably touching the barrel, which means that the barrel isn't free floating anymore. So what we need to do is, this ejector is in the way, so we need to disassemble the gun just a little bit, get that ejector out of the way, remove the barrel, get that burr cleaned out. Okay, so now I've got a punch, a piece of wood with a hole in it. We need to remove these two real quick. I'm actually going to go off the edge here. Excellent. Now we want to make sure that we don't lose the slide release here. It's kind of spring-loaded. So let's pry up a little bit on the back. There we go. Just kind of hold that in place so it doesn't shoot off. Excellent. There's a little spring under here. I just need to remember how it goes. So let's see here. There it is. A little V-shaped spring moving right there. So that just lays down in the hole and then goes up through this other little hole right there. Okay. So take that off. Set that aside. Now remember, we need to get this ejector out, so this half needs to separate and pull up just a little bit, and then the ejector will come right out. There's a pin in there that we can't see. So there we go. Now let's see here. Just gently rock these two apart. Okay, so different lengths. Short one in the back, or excuse me, long one in the back, short one in the front. I bet these two halves will come apart now. Yep, there we go. So all I really need to do is get this ejector out. There we go. Ejector out. Still kind of a tight fit, but, oh, come on now. There we go. Hammer out of the way, please. Almost. There we are. Now we have the barrel out. I'm going to go ahead and stick the ejector back in, put the screws back in. I don't want this coming the rest of the way apart on me. We can see the little slot and the 2 pins. I said 1 pin earlier, my mistake. So, just get this apart enough. I probably could clean it. I just don't want to take this apart right now. It's going to get a pretty thorough cleaning here pretty quickly. So there we go. Got the 2 halves snapped back together. Let's get the screws back in. Short one in the front. Long one in the back. Excellent. Now, there we go. I think we can see that problem now. Is that instead of this metal here being along the front of this rim, which would make a stop right here that prevents it from rotating, it's instead now in here. So this metal in here is the culprit. That's what kept that barrel from pivoting and from me being able to take it out. So this needs to go away, and I'll use my Dremel. Let's see what that did. Okay, now I can still feel there's still quite the lip there. Now the nice thing is the barrel doesn't touch the inside of this, right in here. The barrel is centered in this, so it doesn't touch. So it doesn't have to be perfect in there. But I do want to get the rest of that. It's almost gone. Let's see if I can feel it a little bit better with this. Yeah, there's just a bit of a lip right there. I'm just going to go like this and grind that sucker down flat. That looks pretty good. See if it's catching any more. That looks pretty good. Let's see if it's catching any more. There's just teeny tiniest of lips right there. Just a smidge more action with my Dremel and we'll be done. That was it. There we go. That ridge is gone. It's gone from the front there too. Well, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this, yeah, there's a little bit there. smooth and smooth. Fantastic. Let's get that cleaned up. Alright, got that cleaned up, and we can see now that the little nub is gone. We're going to be able to slide. There we go. We're able to slide that barrel right back into place. So that was successful. See, it's no longer going to be touching in there. I don't know if that was messing up the accuracy on this. I don't think so. This pistol shoots really, really well. So it's time to go ahead and get this put back together. So I'll just leave the barrel in there. We need to get the slide release rather, put back on. Remember now, this little spring comes up from the bottom, and that little point there goes through the hole. Here we are. And this one wants to sit on here like this. And here's a pivot point for the pivot point right here for the slide release. So that goes there. See how we got the spring tucked right there, so that's good. Kind of gives some pressure here. I'm holding the spring in. The edge of the spring catches. And voila, it is in place. Ooh, a little bit of dirt down there. I need to make sure I push this pin through here, so that holds a slide release pivot point there. I'm going to give this a little bit more thorough cleaning later, but anyway, let's get this sucker back together. So now this is ready to drop back in the frame, which, now that I see it, it needs a good cleaning too. Be right back. Alright, we got that clean. Now let's put the slide release back on. Remember a little pivot point there. Make sure the spring hooks in. That little notch right there. As I pivot it, it catches it and snaps into place. Very good. Now, do we have our screws in? Yes. There we are. It's captured. Perfect. And the pins are slightly different length, and I didn't pay attention, but the frame is thicker here and slightly thinner back here, so that only makes sense. So we'll start that one here. We'll start this one here. Good enough. Looks great. Okay, so now, without having to take the extractor out, my barrel will just slide out just like it should. So, okay, so now with the burr removed from here, my barrel will slide out just like it should for easy cleaning and cleaning the barrel in your hand just like that. So we're in great shape there. And of course now though, although there still is the recess here, that recess doesn't engage anything. It just spins freely. And I'll be candid, I don't know the purpose of having that aligned, but once you get it reassembled and get the nut put back on the end, I don't imagine that that's going to be much of an issue. because it really does, just as far as I can tell, provide some support for the barrel. So I've got a sticker on my wrench because this is easy to lose in my range bag. There we go. So get that tightened down just like it should go. Then we're ready to go ahead and get the spring put back in here. Here's an easy way to do this: is you push the spring all the way through. There we go. And then we just hold it like this. And then we switch hands. I'm just holding that nice and tight. Get that up in there. And then we can get this lined up. And we can go ahead and shoot for. See, we're getting close. And all I want to do is line that up and snap it into, there we go, snap it into place. Back. Stupid takedown lever. There we go. Good thing that didn't roll all the way under my car. Third time's a charm, right? Because not everybody can be an expert. Look in there, watch that spring come. There we go, give it a little wiggle. Let it drop in the hole. And there it goes. Here we go. There we go. Whew. All right. Give it a quick function check. Excellent. Cock it, fires. Cock it, safe. Cock it, take the mag out. Man, is my mag disconnect not hooked up? Maybe this one doesn't have one. That's interesting. Never paid attention to that. This one clearly does. I can see it move up and down in there. Haha, this one's so gummed up. That's what it is. This one's so dirty on the inside that it's just not functioning like it should. So there really is a mag disconnect on this pistol. But it's not working as designed. Anyhow, thanks for watching.